The theories which were developed before MOT didn't give satisfactory electronic description. Let's discuss one of such theories, which is valence bond theory. Valence bond theory is based on localized concept that electrons remain localized, whereas molecular orbital theory describes the orbital concept, which is far better and powerful than VBT. The power is in the cause that it describes the molecular orbital in terms of energy diagrams that can be visualized. VBT gives incorrect electronic description, and also it fails to explain the paramagnetic behavior of some substances. It does not adequately explain the geometry of complex molecules, whereas molecular orbital theory describes the orbital concept, which is better, and also explains the resonance. Now let's discuss what molecular orbitals are. Molecular orbitals are formed by the combination of individual atomic orbitals. A molecular orbital is to a molecule what an atomic orbital is to an atom. The molecular orbitals can combine either molecular, they can either combine constructively or destructively. Next slide. Molecular orbitals can have different energy and shapes depending upon the complexity of the molecule. According to molecular orbital theory, there are two ways in which the interaction of molecular orbital occurs. First, additive interaction. It leads to molecular orbitals that are roughly egg-shaped. The second is subtractive interaction. Such interaction leads to formation of molecular orbitals that have a node between the atoms. Let's discuss what node actually is. A node is a surface where the probability of finding an electron is 0. Now let's discuss the rules of filling the molecular orbitals. We basically have two rules for filling the molecular orbitals. The first rule states that molecular orbitals having lowest energy states should be filled first. The second rule states that each molecular orbital can at least accommodate two electrons having opposite spins. Now let's discuss the types of molecular orbitals. Bonding molecular orbital. The bonding molecular orbital has greater electron density between the nuclei. Therefore, the electrons which populate this orbital are found between the two nuclei, thereby stabilizing the whole molecule. It is lower in energy and it is designated by sigma bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding molecular orbital. This type of orbital has least energy density between the internuclear region. Therefore, the electrons cannot occupy the central region between the nuclei. It is of higher energy than bonding molecular orbital. It is not stable and does not contribute to bonding. This type of bond is designated as sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbital. The third type of orbital is non-bonding orbital. Such orbital does not form either bonding or neither, galat ho gaya, anti-bonding orbital. It is called non-bonding orbital. Any electron in it cannot occupy the central region between the nuclei and it does not contribute to any type of the bonding. That's all from my side. Now my group member Kalsoom Ijaz will explain the remaining features of molecular orbital theory with some examples.
Assalamu alaikum. As Gosia explained you to the introduction and some basic rules and postulates of the theory, now I am here to explain you further about the theory involves examples. First of all, bond order. Bond order. Let us discuss one of the characteristics of molecular orbital theory, which is the bond order. First of all, I would like to tell you that what is bond order. Bond order is the number of chemical bond between a pair of atoms. On the other hand, with respect to molecular orbital theory, if it is defined as half of the difference between the number of bonding electrons and number of anti-bonding electrons. Now, stability. Higher bond order usually correspond to greater stability, and stability is directly related to bond order. How? Bond order means atoms are held together more tightly, that introduce stability of a bond. So we can say that bond order is directly related to stability. Energy diagram. Energy diagram basically tells us which molecular orbital are created in a molecule, to know which orbitals are occupied and in which we needed to add electrons. The total number of electrons we can use is equal to the total number of valence electron on all the atom. In molecular orbital theory, there are two cases of p orbitals overlapping. The first one is head-on approach and the second one is sideway approach. Head-on approach, in which two atoms approaches along the same axis, and in the head-on approach, due to linear overlapping, sigma bond and sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbitals are formed. On the other hand, in the sideway approach, axes of p orbitals are parallel to each other, and due to parallel overlapping, the pi bond and pi star anti-bonding molecular orbitals are formed. Now comes towards examples. First of all, I explain hydrogen example and then oxygen. Hydrogen example. In order to completely understand the molecular orbital in the hydrogen molecule, we have to plot them in terms of energy. The hydrogen has a valency of 1 and it tends to form a chemical bond with other atom. By follow the rules, electron goes to the lower energy orbital as you seen in the diagram. There are two molecular orbitals for hydrogen. The lower energy orbital have greater density between the nuclei and have a paired spin, and the higher energy orbital remain empty. So we can easily found the bond order. Number of bonding electron is equal to 2 and number of anti-bonding electrons is equal to 0. So by applying the formula, the bond order of hydrogen molecule is 1. Now move towards oxygen. Each oxygen atom has 8 electrons. Hence, in oxygen molecule, there are 16 electrons, in which we must follow the both rule by filling the orbital. As you see in the diagram, the last 2 electrons in 2px and 2py orbitals will remain unpaired. The electronic configuration of molecule orbital account for paramagnetic property of oxygen. What is paramagnetic? Paramagnetic behavior, here we consider two behavior, paramagnetic and diamagnetic. Paramagnetic behavior, in which substances have unpaired electrons and attract to magnetic field. On the other hand, diamagnetic behavior, the substances have no unpaired electrons and repelled by the magnetic field. So we can see that there are two unpaired electrons in the oxygen and it shows the paramagnetic behavior, which is the great success of molecular orbital theory. And the bond order of oxygen is 2. Now move towards molecular modeling. Molecular modeling play a vital and significant role in chemistry. Molecular modeling is more productive of various type of the models that allows a chemist to better see the manner in which atoms and molecules are interact. Using molecular modeling, scientists will be better able to design new and more drugs against diseases. All methods, theoreticals, use, model or mimic the behavior of molecules are involved in molecular modeling. Now this is all from my side. If you have any question or suggestion, you can ask. Thank you so much.